Hello, ladies and gentlemen, a group of people. He was hired to kidnap the daughter of a wealthy family, to demand $50 million in ransom. The plan goes smoothly. But when the night comes, a series of bizarre things have happened. Every single person, one of the group goes on and on mysteriously adoring the grandparents. Now they realize that the target they're targeting is not easy to deal with. The times change, the hunter becomes the hunted. The chicken turned out to be just rice. Whether the Kia, is there any surviving AI to get out of this? And the mysterious identity of the man who did this. What is it like? Let's go with the milk diaper review to find out soon. Joe's standing sucking on the candy. Her colleague drove up to pick her up. Put it in your pocket, then have a little more time to save money. This is the first time you've met these people. They're all strangers who don't know each other, hired to perform a secret mission. The leader is a CA marshal who's named after. This guy's the one who installed the dentures with infinity gloves for public in the Godzilla movie that just came out. A cute hacker girl named Sammy. A muscular but naive young man. Peter wants to drive, always in high condition like a pangolin. The last Talon was a former Marine on foot. Navy six-bag black leather named Rico. That's the end of the demo. Their mission is to break into a house and kidnap the people in it. However, when entering, Joey realized the subject was just a kid. This makes you feel uncomfortable, but I know how to do it. If you shoot a pig, follow the pig. Right, by this time, their subjects had just returned home. It's a little ballerina. She just walked into the room. I didn't know there was an ambush in here. Team leader Hector quickly allow raw control, but she stuck a pencil in her hand. It's spicy. So Hector tried to punch Cho, and Lewis stopped him. No one uses force against children. And the heroine gave Kia a sedative. After that, the whole group got the news that her father had returned home. This was out of the plan. So they quickly gave statue in the back and urgently try to leave this place. The group runs out the back gate and up. The car is waiting. Then drive a circuit to. The location has been prepared before. This place is an ancient villa deep in the forest. The people who hired them have been here ever since. His name is Lam Fei. When everything is stable, Lam said less. The first step of the plan was successful. Next, you need to keep the hostages safe in this house. For 24 hours, Joe inquired curiously about Kia's background. Lam says there's no need to care. Just know that she's the daughter of a rich boss, and he's going to have to be willing to pay $50 million ransom. Each one of you will receive $7 million in compensation. That's a lot of money. To ensure safety and definitely cannot be tracked, he also confiscated everything, everyone's phone, and then left to leave Joey's group behind. Then, we all gathered at the bar of the house to cut the wind. Kill time. Joe is both pretty and smart. Just by looking at it, I can guess that team leader Hector is a former African police officer. Gesture and gait along with the gun that he's using. You're right, it's indisputable. Not only that, the rest of you have also guessed that it is not difficult. What is this level? That, if you go to Vietnam as a fortune teller, you can make a lot of money. Joe also climbed into the room to assess the hostage situation. How to see if the subject is scared. Then she pulls up her veil, then open her blindfold. After a while of talking, I learned that the girl's name was Abigail. Joey assured me that just be nice here. Wait until the father pays the ransom. It will be safe. It is good to promise that. Won't let the AI touch one of her hairs. It's beautiful outside. It's warm inside. Before Joe left, Abigail made a dangerous face and said, "I'm sorry about what happened to you. I feel something unusual." Joe hurried down to the house to talk to Hector. I don't care who her father is, but it just told me that his father is a man of blood. I'm not going to leave this alone. Hector. After listening, I was curious. Go to the room to investigate. When I opened the door, I was startled, because I don't know. Abigail's eye patch has been taken off, so he was exposed. Now, does that solve any problems? Brother. An angry Hector points a gun and asks who her father is. I don't know how, but when I heard the name Stop Plaza, then he's wet-faced. Not say nothing, but one circuit down the house. Pack your bags and insist on leaving. I'm not playing anymore. My share is up to everyone. People wonder what's going on. Joe chased Cho and asked how the ear crab's head squinted. Hector seems to be afraid. She replied that she was the daughter of Stop Plaza, the boss of this city's largest criminal empire. I just heard that the whole group is full of shit. Know that this time hit the fire ant. I can't turn the car around right now, because little Kia saw Hector's face. Not only that, even if you run, you can't escape, because everybody knows how tough the boss is. It's really scary. But think of a $7 million salary for one person. Everyone wants to be small. So after a little discussion, the team decided to continue this plan. Try to hold out today, then take the money and walk away. So people have to be vigilant, ready to defend. While looking at the location of this house, Joe feels like there's a bit of a demonic murmur here. Sammy's looking for an unoccupied room. Open TV to see for relief of boredom. Just sat down and the first young man had a crazy electricity. Threaten a little. Piss out pantyhose tease cute girl for fun. Who suspected being cursed for the face. I couldn't explain it and was kicked out of the room. Just went to the living room. Then this young man caught the muscle guy again. Peter is sleeping, so he's naughty and he paints graffiti on his face. Being bored is also hungry. Fill 6 chisels down in the kitchen to see if there's anything to eat. After 6 rounds, I didn't get anything. While thinking about coming back, then suddenly he had something. Dragging his feet and banging his head down the stairs. Sammy is lying there watching cartoons. I heard a noise coming from the side kitchen. I was curious, so I went down to see what was going on. Obviously, when I went down, I didn't see anything, but just came back. I saw young Pink sitting at the dinner table. Since when? It just got closer. Then suddenly his head fell out of his neck. Literally, too. Semi is therefore threatened for fear of Blueface. Muscle guy. Peter heard it and rushed down. He was also threatened to shoot himself. Why is there a fish on your face, Peter? People then. We quickly gathered in the kitchen. This scene is terrifying. Look at the wound. It's like being ripped apart by a wild animal. But the problem is in this house. What do you do outside of Joe's group and Kia Ra's? And the AI has thoroughly checked the entire house. Right now, the Rico soldier told everyone. A story that's passed down. A few years ago BA, the Plaza boss's mastermind has been arrested by the FBI. Grasp the tip and prepare to testify against him. The night before the trial, they are protected at the highest level. A hotel outside is a line of 10 agents guarding. But the next morning, FBI in the room and discovered all the bodies of those 3 people were ripped apart. The limbs and organs disappeared. What's more confusing is, the agents outside didn't hear anything. It sounds like a bad story all night. But it's true. Even Hector confirmed this. I see that the situation is getting more and more dangerous. Even if you eat $7 million, if you lose your head, use it. So Rico asked to leave. Keeping alive is important, but quickly realized that the outer iron door is locked. Since when? Even if you use all your strength, you can't open it. Right after that, all the windows of the house are automatically locked. By this time Joe had realized that this whole thing is a setup trap. Rico rushed to the room, was discovered again. My sniper rifle didn't fly. Joe can't calm down. She immediately went to Abigail's room to check on the situation. I need to ask you something. Is there anyone else in this house? He's still tied up in bed. Make a scared face. That told Joe that the man with the glasses. That means that Hector is the assassin that your father sent. He was surprised and without a word, Rico opened the door, called Joe out to talk about my gun disappearing. You also told him that Hector is the boss's killer. But Rico didn't feel right. If the boss is his boss, then why did Sal kidnap his daughter? Both discussed that will split raw to find out more about this, but just turned around. Joe saw Rickle jerking behind him. As she approached, she was threatened with death. Just for a second, that Rickle was mysteriously given to sell salt, so she took the gun down and looked for the others. Default in the mind that it was Hector who did this. The situation is very tense right now. Nothing. The internal is already 6 chisels. Arguing for a while without solving anything, so the group pulled up to Abigail's room. Let's face a word, but now something strange has happened. She was tied up in bed. I can suddenly remove the gate myself. At last, Abigail showed her true face. It makes people afraid to pee. When it rushed to attack Peter, Hector does not hesitate. He put a copper candy in the middle of his forehead, but he quickly sat up. The previous wound healed immediately. If you can see that with everyone, it's a shame. You can only turn around and run away. The whole group realized now, the person I kidnapped was a vampire. Mom, ever since I was a kid, you see vampires in the movies. Who has been met? Now I don't even know how to deal with it. With years of experience plowing horror movies, Hector quickly assigned Semi to find garlic. Peter went to find the stake and the cross. These are the things that can kill vampires. At least in the movies they do. And very soon Sammy came back. But this is an onion. Mom, I can't distinguish garlic from onions. After having enough equipment, Hector leads the others to find the vampire. To destroy that, but Joe is willing. You said the Kia stuff wouldn't work. Not yet. Find out more. Attacking it is no different than sticking your head in a gabion. But after I didn't care, he still led me. Sammy and Peter are determined to find the vampire. When storming into the room, people are threatened by the sight in front of them. 5 seconds in front of them, Abigail is dancing with the body of young Ben. I'm sick of looking at this. Sammy rushed to attack first but did not lose. The vampire snatched the bag of garlic in her hand and breathed in this enemy, this garlic. Peter saw that and rushed to the rescue. But I can't fight this monster. He had a cross around your neck and stabbed you. Hector's enthusiasm is no better than that. Attacking wood but out of play. Skewered by it, gave a stab in the thigh. We all feel out of process, so help each other run away. While sitting in the hospital, the whole group is desperate. Lewis is speaking now. You said that when you brought Abigail here, actually, the anesthesia works. But there are 3 bulls like garlic with crosses. It's only in the movies. So they split up Raw to find Abigail. If discovered, it will be connected. Lost to use a lot of drugs. This finally made it unconscious semi. While going, Shu was there. It fell right into the pool below the basement. He was threatened when he shouted, because it's filled with rotting bodies. Probably. These are all Abigail's previous victims. There's the muscular young Peter here. It's being run by the vampire Abigail. He just threw out his cheeks and did a new ballet. When Joe arrived, he saw Abigail grabbing her, prepared to attack Hector. She tried to sneak in but was stopped by him. The needle was also blown out the door, while Joe's trying to get his weapon back. Then Sammy Lau came to the aid of Hector, but he was bitten by a vampire and gave a blow to his hand. It grabbed Hector's leg and slowly flew up. Without hesitation, young Peter rushed to press Abigail down. Use your best vase and keep it on the floor. I was lucky to get the needle back in time. And then inject drugs into this vampire's hand. He was angry for a while, then take the medicine and slowly fall asleep, until you wake up, locked in an iron cage, right in the middle of the house. It's only now revealing its true nature. That tells the whole story straight out. It's all planned. Ra's Abigail. The old man hired Joey's team to work for him. And the chosen one's here. It's not random. I know the true story of everyone here. Sammy's real name is Jessica Honey, a hacker who swindles money online, once appropriated a sum of money from Plaza's fund. And muscular young Peter real name is Teen Lasja, a Psy of the gangster family. He attacked and stole money from a subsidiary of the boss's empire. It's a former detective named Adam Barrett, before used to be in the New York branch of the tycoon, and also you, the one who got it. 3 of his powerful hands. In a story told before, Abio also said that it was he who tore apart the bodies of the other 3. And finally, our heroine. Her real name is Anna Lucia Kropp, a former medic who won 5. She became an underground doctor. In one treatment for a patient who accidentally cutting off his aorta, causing him to go to a ghost house, and polymerization as Sao. That person is an important business partner of the boss. The Plaza is. All the people here, they were all guilty of the boss's family, and Abigail was assigned to represent her father. If we deal with them, we can send the whole group back to the grandparents. In one note, but the only reason that people are alive, it's because of this vampire. He loves to play with his food. Joe and everyone thought that. I locked Abigail in a cage. It's delicious, but it's not that simple. With just one push light hand, was that it was able to knock the door of the cage open. When Abigail is preparing the joint, give the Hector a piece. Joe is quick to use a stick. That's breaking the wood that's blocking the window. The body of the vampire just touched the sunlight. It immediately exploded. Make it scream in pain and move backwards. But the wound seems to be healing. Joe took that opportunity to help the swallows temporarily. They fled to the library. There's a big window here where the sun shines through, so everyone can be safe for now. Sammy just got bitten by a beagle. Give me a piece. I dare not stand where the sun is. But after taking a risk, it doesn't work. Then I breathed a sigh of relief. Fortunately not modified. Hiding here is only temporary, if you don't think about it, until it gets dark. Sure, we're all going to be the vampire's sashimi. Fucking Kia. Joe is very upset right now. If you have any fate, your little boy is at home. Know what to do. Sammy smart. Suddenly telling people that there's got to be a control room here. Just find it and restart the power supply. It will definitely open the door. Whatever it is right now, this is our only hope of getting out of this hell. So people split into 2 groups. Let's go find the power of the house. Sammy and Peter in the same group. When they went upstairs to search, suddenly a strange phenomenon occurred. The wound on Sammy's hand suddenly healed, and right after that, she looks like she's being manipulated by Abigail. That's right, Sammy has it now. She rushed to bite her teeth into Peter's neck. That this bad guy is out of space. In a split second, Joe and after seeing something, hurry to see the situation. Semi is currently under control. I don't want to hide. I immediately came back and the 2 men ran out of smoke. If you go to the library, there is nowhere to hide in a tense situation like this. And quickly grab the silver tray and then use it to reflect sunlight. As a result, Sammy was blown up in a note. My blood splashed. Suddenly, a secret door suddenly opened. It looks like a trap. But at this level, there's no other way. So both of you took the risk. Follow the road behind the secret door. Forever. They finally discovered a mysterious room. When I opened the door, I immediately saw him. I mean, he's also a vampire. Because he's Abigail's bad guy, so it's no surprise. Let's talk after that. Abigail found out about him. Helped me in New York. 2 years ago, he came and raped his family. So now, forced to gather people, he is considered the enemy of the boss. Bring it here. less about making an offer. Are you working with me to destroy Abigail, or sell salt here? I told the plaza boss he's coming. Just destroy both of your fathers. The whole empire will be taken over by us. Partly because it smells so good. Because of the ROI. Cho is about to lose his breath. So after I agreed to that offer, Lamb came less and less and bit his neck. Then use your blood to drink. Immediately, Hector's body has begun to transform into a vampire. But he did not expect that. As soon as you get the power, Hector slanted a wooden stake through Tim. Make the blue fly less color immediately. Even Abigail then appeared and rushed to attack. But now it's no match for Hector. Joey took the chance of the buffalo fighting. I hurriedly pressed the door opener, then take my phone and run away. After biting let Abigail steamed her mother. Regret with this new power after seemingly going crazy. He wants to kill you and kill you. Female main. He threw it lightly and flew it upstairs. You also use your best to resist. In general, there is effort but not significant. When Hector drops the 0 down, fortunately, ABIGAIL showed up to help her. It says I'm too weak to fight him. Just help me destroy him. I'll let you get out of here safely. Now there is no choice but to fight. So we're both working together to fight the Hector. They say 2 hits without a lame. But the lame ones here are Joe and Abigail. I have to say that the name after this has just changed, but too strong. His fighting skills are also available, so the other 2 can say they're not old. He stuck the Joy to the next wall. And then he went and grabbed Abigail by the neck and gave her a piece. It knocked him unconscious. And then he kept dragging Yoy raw. Another bite to her neck. His goal is to turn Yoy into a ghost, the vampire under his wing. He took the wooden stake. Ra wants to control Joe to pick it up to destroy Abigail. Our heroine is moving forward, and then suddenly came back and attacked Hector. Abigail took that opportunity as well. He came and bit him, gave him a shot in the neck. While the 2 sides are fighting fiercely, Joe here, pull out the iron bar. Ra Lao came to the support. Abigail quickly grabbed the wooden stake. I want to throw a punch at Hector's heart. It says to control its prey. It takes time to practice. It's not an instant meal, my friend. Then with Yui's help, both have succeeded. That sent Hector back to the west. I was lost while Joe was worried that, can I be transformed into a ghost or not? Abigail said no. Now the person who bit you has gone to see you, so there's no need to worry. And then he agreed to let Joe go. But just in time she walked away. Then Shu ran into the plaza boss. Just came and left me. What kind of a kid runs when he meets his dad? When he tried to attack Yoy, Abigail came to the front. She said she saved you. Hurt her. The plaza is also a gentleman. Give a kiss on your hand. I told you to leave, before it becomes dinner. Let's not say our heroine is as happy as the father of a baby. Get out of the car and start a circuit. After this time, we will have to slaughter pigs to celebrate. 3 days and 3 nights. This is an American vampire horror movie. It's just been launched called ABIGAIL. Preliminary assessment. The plot is done quite well. At first we thought Abigail was the villain, but more and more later, all the connections between the characters are revealed. The girl's performance was very good. The bloody scenes are not excellent, but also NBT 0. Sometimes I even put in a couple of funny scenes. It makes the movie less boring. Overall, this is a movie worth watching. If there are conditions, people go to the theater to enjoy. It's not a waste of money. I personally rate Abigail 6 out of 10. That's all I can do today. It's sunny now. I have to enlist to go to the lake to make money diapers here. See you all at the back. If you see or don't hesitate to leave a like, and subscribe to the channel to support this diaper dad. Greetings and determination to win.